Before you plant oil palm, watch this first. Have you ever looked at a successful oil palm plantation and thought, I should start planting oil palm too? It looks simple. Plant a few trees, wait a few years, harvest fresh fruit bunches, sell them, and collect money for decades. That's the dream many people buy into. But here's what most people don't realize. Many new investors fail before their first harvest. Not because oil palm is a bad investment, but because they make expensive mistakes during the first few years. And once those mistakes are made, they're difficult and costly to fix. So before you spend a single dollar on land, seedlings, or labor, stay with me because this video could save you thousands of dollars and years of frustration. Let's begin. Mistake number 1, planting without knowing why. This sounds obvious, but it's one of the biggest reasons people fail. Many people plant oil palm simply because they heard someone else is making money. Your neighbor planted, your uncle planted, someone on YouTube showed a profitable plantation, so you decide to copy them. But investing because of hype is dangerous. Ask yourself these questions. Are you planting to generate long-term income? Do you want to process palm oil yourself? Will you sell fresh fruit bunches? Or are you hoping to sell the land later at a higher price? Each goal requires a different strategy. Without a clear objective, every decision afterward becomes confusing. Successful plantations start with a clear business plan, not excitement. Mistake number 2, underestimating the waiting time. This is where many people lose patience. Oil palm is not a business that rewards impatience. Depending on the variety you plant and how well you manage the farm, commercial harvesting usually begins around the 3rd year. Real production increases over several more years before the plantation reaches full maturity. That means your trees won't pay your bills immediately. During those years, you'll still be paying for weeding, fertilizer, pruning, road maintenance, security, labor. If you expect quick profits, you'll become discouraged long before your investment begins producing serious income. Think of oil palm like building a factory. You invest first. The returns come later. Mistake number 3, buying the wrong land. Many beginners focus only on price. They find cheap land and immediately buy it. But cheap land can become very expensive. Ask yourself, can trucks reach the plantation during the rainy season? Does the land flood? Is there enough rainfall? How far is the nearest palm oil mill? Is the soil suitable for oil palm? Can workers easily reach the farm? Imagine producing tons of fresh fruit bunches, but having no practical way to transport them quickly. Remember, fresh fruit bunches lose quality if they sit too long after harvesting. Access matters, location matters, infrastructure matters. Sometimes paying more for better land saves far more money over the next 25 years. Mistake number 4, buying poor quality seedlings. This mistake can affect your income for decades. Not every seedling sold in the market is genuine. Some are low-yield varieties. Others aren't even proper oil palm seedlings. Imagine waiting 4 years only to discover your plantation produces far less than expected. You cannot recover those lost years. Always buy certified, high-quality seedlings from reputable nurseries. A cheaper seedling today can cost you tens of thousands of dollars in lost production over the life of the plantation. Mistake number 5, ignoring maintenance. Some people believe planting is the hard part. Actually, planting is the easiest part. Maintenance determines whether your plantation becomes profitable. Young palms compete with weeds. They need nutrients. They need proper spacing. Dead trees need replacing. Pests and diseases must be controlled. A neglected plantation can lose a significant portion of its potential yield. Oil palm rewards consistency. The farmers who earn the most aren't always the ones with the biggest farms. They're usually the ones who manage their plantations well every single year. Mistake number 6, forgetting about cash flow. Here's a question many new investors never ask. How will I pay for expenses before my plantation starts producing income? This is one of the biggest reasons plantations get abandoned. The owner runs out of money, maintenance stops, the trees suffer, growth slows, production decreases. Before planting, calculate whether you have enough funds to maintain the plantation during the early years. Running out of money halfway through is much more expensive than waiting until you're financially prepared. Mistake number 7, thinking oil palm is passive income. Many people call oil palm passive income. It isn't, at least not in the beginning. A plantation is a business. Businesses require planning, supervision, record keeping, financial management, labor management, equipment, and continuous decision-making. Over time, with good systems and experienced workers, your involvement can decrease, but expecting to plant trees and disappear is unrealistic. Treat your plantation like a business, and it will reward you like one. Mistake number 8, not understanding the market. Growing the fruit is only half the business. Selling it profitably is the other half. Before planning, find answers to these questions. Who will buy your harvest? How far is the nearest processing mill? What prices do buyers usually pay? How do prices change during the year? Can you process your own palm oil in the future? Understanding the market before planting gives you a major advantage. Never produce first and search for buyers later. Mistake number 9, believing bigger is always better. Many beginners think success comes from planting thousands of trees immediately. Not necessarily. A well-managed 5-acre plantation often performs better than a neglected 50-acre plantation. Expansion should happen after you've learned how to manage the first section successfully. Growth without management creates bigger problems, not bigger profits. Final thoughts. Oil palm remains one of the most promising long-term agricultural investments in many tropical regions. A well-managed plantation can produce for more than 2 decades. But success doesn't come from simply planting trees. It comes from making smart decisions before the first seedling goes into the ground. Choose good land, buy quality seedlings, plan your finances, understand your market, commit to proper management. If you do those things, you'll give yourself a much better chance of building an asset that can generate income for many years. If you found this video helpful, let me know in the comments. What's the biggest question you still have before planting oil palm? I'll answer as many as I can, and your question might even inspire the next video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.